What's up, everybody? I am DJ Kazzeo, and welcome to Talkin All That Kazz. Now, what is Talkin All That Kazz? Real quick, breaking it down, before I even get to that, let me tell you this. You want to know anything, you want to connect with me on social media, go to this address right here, www.djkazzeo.com, alright? All my stuff's up there. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff is up there, okay? Now, for 27 years, over 27 years, I've been hosting a weekly radio show here at 90.9 FM KHTC in Salinas, California. Every one of the shows I've ever done that's in my library is now online. You can go to this address right here, mixcloud.com/DJ_Kazzeo to hear all the shows, all the music, all the interviews, everything. Okay? Now, speaking of interviews, maybe you don't have the time to go to Mixcloud and listen to the full shows, because there's thousands of hours of stuff to listen to. If that's the case, this is what Talkin All That Kazz is for. I've isolated all the interviews, taken the interview clips, put them in video form, and I'm posting them up here on YouTube for you guys to check out in a shorter time, alright? So you can just go, pick out whatever interview you want to check out, and here it is, okay? So, without further ado, let's see what I got in store for you this time around. That's right, that's right. You are tuned in right now. We are 90.9 FM KHTC Radio Bilingüe right here in Salinas, Santa Cruz, Monterey. 104.1 FM Hollister, San Juan Bautista, and South Gilroy.
And as well as everywhere else on the planet on WednesdayRec.com. Wow.
You got it, man. You got it.
Oh,
all right, man. Let me.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because we got someone here.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I get this right, because I'm not sure if the connection's gonna be clear or not. We got Smooth B on the line. Smooth B, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me, player?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now we got you. What's good, man? How you doing tonight?
Yeah. What up?
Oh man, yo, listen. Everything is groovy, baby. I'm good. You know, I'm staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm under the radar, like all of us. But we above the radar too. So what's good?
Yeah,
true that, man. We had to play a little Dwick verse before we came on, just to what's the word I'm looking for? Reintroduce the
There
people
it is.
that might say, Smooth B, where's he been? So that's the first question I got to ask you. Where you been, man?
Man, look, man. Well, actually, I live on the West Coast, man. So
wow,
we've been West Coast bound over the last 10 years, man. You know.
So
just been. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, so Southern California, Northern California, where you at?
Yeah. I'm in Southern, man. I'm in the Valley.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sherman Oaks, Van Nuys, you know.
I know that area very well.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So you never know. You may see when things get lifted and everything gets back to normal, you may see Smooth B over at the Galleria, or maybe you catch him, down at Jerry's Deli, a little bit up the boulevard.
Yeah, you know what it is.
I'm telling you. Hey, did they still got that one spot, Tino's? It's going towards Century City.
Yeah, I do believe. I haven't been there in a minute, but I'm pretty sure they still there.
Yeah, it's like a little diner right there on what's that main boulevard right there?
Ventura. Right?
Yeah. Ventura. There you go. See, so yeah, man, I know my way around that area.
That's right.
But hey, man, so much to go over. I mean, Nice and Smooth, one of the most recognizable hip hop groups of the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
You guys were all over Yo MTV Raps when that was on. I mean, they were playing, Hip Hop Junkies all the time. Funky for You, another one.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes I run slow.
Sometimes I run fast.
Exactly. I remember, obviously it all got started with Skill Trade. That was the first jam that I heard you guys do way back in that was 88, right?
Yep. We recorded it in 87 and put it out in 88.
Okay. So, real quick, how did Nice and Smooth come together?
Man, that's a good question. The thing was, around that time, I had been working with Bobby Brown, right? So I used to write for him. I used to write his raps, and then he took me on the road singing background with him, And while I was on the road with him, I met this dude named Lance Romance. And long story short, we did the tour together. And, we all hung out. And then when everybody was going home, I thought this kid was from Texas because he used to always talk about Texas. Mm-hmm. And I see us, we getting off the plane, we getting off at JFK together. So we about to jump in the cab. He like, yo, where you going? I said, to the Bronx. He said, me too. So I was like, don't you live in Texas? He was like, nah, but I'm from Texas, but I stay in the Bronx. Long story short, he knew Greg. And he was telling me about Greg. He said, Joe, because he had heard some of the ideas that I was coming up with when we was on the road. And that was like the golden era. That was the golden age, like 80, going like 86, and that's when a lot of people started sampling, a lot of James Brown samples and all of that. So I was, and then me being on the road with Bobby was used to a live band. So he was Bobby wanted to originally be my first producer, and so he was like, I could put you with my band. He was dealing with the things that he knew. And I was like, yo, all right, that band should sound cool. But listen, can I tell you?
No, don't do that.
No.
Please.
Just
keep going.
Just thought I'd ask. So here's what I'm saying. So I said the band thing is not really on fly right now because everybody was sampling.
Uh-huh.
So, and then there wasn't a title for it, really, like sampling wasn't a big known thing or whatever. But nonetheless, this cat, Lance, was like, I know this guy that knows how to sample. And he was talking about Greg. And, and then he introduced us. And then from that point, we just started building from there. But we clicked,
Right.
And that's how we actually met. That's how we initially met.
Yeah, you have Greg coming from the background with T. La Rock, and then yourself, as you said, coming from the Bobby Brown side. So you kind of merge the two worlds together, and you come out and you guys have the first album, which had the instrumental I'm playing right now, "Funky for You," produced by the Awesome 2. Ironically, Awesome 2 also went on. They had this great sample for "Funky for You," and then they also did the most iconic for Ed O.G. the "I Got to Have It." I gotta stop you there. Okay.
That's a misconception that a lot of people were under. Awesome 2, those are my brothers. The legendary, they had the Awesome 2 music show over. They did produce the Ed O.G. joint, but all of the songs produced on the first, second, and third Nice and Smooth album were produced by Greg and I. If you look at the back here, it's a long story. But long story shorter, everybody thought that they produced us because they were on the back of the album cover. But they didn't realize that's just how real we kept it. And at that time, they were so instrumental in breaking so many records. Mm-hmm. And they were known. We weren't known. So people automatically assumed. But guess what? If you look on the back of all those albums, they say clear as day. All songs written and arranged, produced by Nice and Smooth for Nice and Smooth Music.
Okay, well, see, this is perfect. You're here to clear up all the misconceptions.
Yeah, man, and shout out to DJ Ivan Doc Rodriguez, because he's one of the best engineers, if not the best hip hop engineer in the game.
Legendary.
He's the one. Yeah, Doc was the one that brought us around the studio. He had drum machines called Pula Sons and all these other type of ill gadgets and everything that every idea we came up with, he was able to sink it in and bring out the sound that we needed.
Right.
So big shout out to Doc Rodriguez. Yeah, but those are all Nice and Smooth productions.
Talk to me.
And most of those samples came out of my mom's house.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So talk to me about moving on from Sleeping Bag and going over to Def Jam RAL.
Yeah. Now, see, that was very interesting because, of course, that first album was on Sleeping Bag. Then Sleeping Bag went out of business. So that was just like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Record companies weren't filing bankruptcy back then, gentlemen. So it's like your first album, you come up, you're making some good bangers, you're approaching goal, and the next thing you know, the label goes out of business. You just get added to MTV, and the label goes out of business. So it's like, what? What part of the game is that?
Right.
But ultimately, I must give all credit to God because, I can't make this up. It was like the first album on Sleeping Bag was what I would call an expensive demo.
Right.
Because it gave everybody an opportunity to hear us and see us. It froze up all our asses. It froze up all the paper. You know what I'm saying? For like 7 years, so we couldn't see a dime from the first album till 7 years later. You know what I'm saying? Things like of that nature. But what we had to do as artists is get back in the studio and prove that we weren't one-hit wonders.
Right.
And so that's what we did.
And
Hip Hop Junkies and all that. And then that was a funny thing. We walked in a club. Man, I can't make this up. We walked up in a club one night and we saw Russell. And we didn't even know, because we didn't know our next move. You know, we didn't know what was going to happen. And when we went to this club one night, and Russell was in there, and he came up, and he walked up with this guy he used to run with named Big D, and he was like, yo! I would say what he said, but it was kind of, yeah. But he said, hey, yo, I like y'all dudes. And he was like, he said, I'm working on something now. I'm going to buy y'all out y'all contract. It's like that, right? So I'm looking at Greg. We're looking at him. He said, Big D, get all the information. And then he just walked away. And then the next thing you know, as weeks follow, a few months later, we was on Def Jam.
Moves happen.
Yeah,
Moves
awesome.
happen. Hey, so so basically, to summarize it, the Sleeping Bag experience was basically a demo with the photo shoot, and then you went over to the big time.
Yes. Yes.
So when all that's happening in the early 90s, I mean, probably the Def Jam was probably, what, about 92, 93?
91.
Oh,
Our first
okay.
album came out on Def Jam in 91. So we actually signed with them in 1990.
Okay,
And then the album came out.
because you know what I was thinking. I was thinking to when I was getting the Gavin samplers for Return of the Hip Hop Freaks. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a couple years later.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
But-
so that was in 93, 94.
And of course that was also around the time of Old to the New. That was a big one.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, so
yes.
if you look back at all those times, what's your favorite record from that era that you guys put out?
Man, you know, I'll put it to you this way. All of the songs that I recorded, all of the nice and smooth songs have a strong significance with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it was experiences that shaped all of them. Nothing took off like Hip Hop Junkies as far as my career. Between Hip Hop Junkies and Sometimes Around Slow, those were two of our biggest songs, so those joints took us around the world.
Right.
You know, and the impact, you know what I'm saying? And with it being so different, it was so weird. Like, I had become used to going up in Def Jam and playing stuff, and then they just have this look on their face, like, it's different.
Right.
and at first, I didn't believe them when they first, as you know, as our Def Jam relationship continued, I started to understand, wow, our style is different from anybody else's, and they really might not, off the top of their head, know how to market it off the top. But they would be looking at us like, so with it. I said, man, just push them buttons that you push for everybody else.
Yeah, right.
hard.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not rocket science, baby.
Hey, so you know what? We're gonna take a quick break. I hope you can stay on the line because I got more questions for you. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna play a couple of my favorite verses from yourself. I'm gonna hit the Funky for You verse and the Hip Hop Junkies verse, and then when we come back, we gotta talk about the new project. Before.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that.
Absolutely.
So hold on the line. We're talking to Smooth B. These are a couple of his classic verses, and we'll be back in a second right here. This is 90.9 FM, KHTC. That's right, man. We're back in the place right here. Wednesday rec going down right now. Yours truly, Kazzeo.
And V-Dog.
That's right. And our very special guest, hip-hop legend. He goes by the name of Smooth B. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on? Oh, man, everything is groovy, player.
Hey, man.
I'm rocking with y'all right now.
I got to ask you, man. Any more acting on the way?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm looking at a couple of scripts as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to give them some acting. I've been writing a script. So, yeah, I got to do it, man. I got to do it.
Because, bro, I got to know, man. I got to know. What is it like being on the set with the young, hot Halle Berry? Oof.
Oh, man, yo, that was amazing. Because let me tell you what's so deep. When we did that, of course, you know, that was her first really, like, breakout role as far as lead. That was her first lead in Strictly Business, right?
Right.
And so, but the scenario with that movie was that they kept replacing the lead. They kept replacing the lead. So I had saw about 2 or 3 leads already, and then she came up, and so I'm standing in the back by the trailers. She walked up. I remember like yesterday. She walked up. I said, "How you doing?" She was like, "You're the bad guy, Smoothie." And I was like, "Yeah, how you doing?" I said, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Hailey." And I was like Haile Selassie? She's like, "I guess so, yeah." So I was like, "Word?" So she said, "Yeah." I said, "You auditioning?" She said, "Yeah, I hope I really get it." And I was like, "Oh, you gonna get it."
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah, man.
I said, "Oh no, you gonna get it."
Exactly.
And after that, I seen her. The next time I seen her was at the premiere and at the premiere after party. And then after that, I ain't see her no more.
Yeah. She was done with movies like that. She was moving on to other stuff. Hey, so
right.
You know, I also I got my my co-host here, V Dog. He wanted to ask you a couple things, so I'm gonna pass the mic over to him.
What's up, Smoothie?
Thank you. What's up, V?
Hey, thank you very much for being on the show once again. You know, this is good to have this kind of hip hop, representing out here. You don't hear it out too much anymore. So, couple questions. First one, and being my age, 37. So when you guys came out, I was still a kid. But when I first heard your voice was actually sampled on that Total Devastation song, Many Clouds of Smoke, with the infamous line, "I want to get blunted, my brother." So I want to know, how do you feel about that, having a line like that I feel like kind of transcends hip-hop in a way? Like it's one of those famous quotes.
Yeah. Yo, man, that's a really good feeling. You know what I mean? I mean, dude, I can't speak for others. But when people, are moved by my contribution, man, that means everything to me, man.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's fresh in my mind when I was a little kid, wanting to be a part of this whole thing,
Right.
And just growing up in the Bronx, man, I was a kid watching Flash. The first time I saw Flash, I was 10 years old, man.
Right.
I watched him in the schoolyard DJing. Okay. I mean, it's
wow.
I grew into this thing, man. So it's like I really love it, and so to have people, that's all I'm saying, man. It's totally appreciated, man. I can't even put it into words, man. It's such an honor, you know what I mean? And even to kick it with y'all, man, it's not just an interview, you know what I'm saying? Like, I pay attention. I've been in this game so long, I pay attention. The timing is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? So I remember a lot of my first interviews, and this is like starting fresh with a brand new project, and it's being received on a loving, great level. People are receiving it, and it's like you guys are some of my first interviews, and that means a lot to me. So, yeah, that part.
Means a lot to have you on, man.
Definitely. And so when you're talking about that sort of thing and contributing, there's with the artists and the way it is today, everything being digital, and you releasing a new project through all this, who would you say, how do you feel about the game nowadays? With let's be honest, there's nowadays, like back then it was boom bap, now it's trap. It is what it is as far as mainstream goes, and then you still have your underground following. You still have that good underground scene too. There's some good people out there. So through releasing music in this time, in this day and age, like what are your thoughts going into that, and who do you like? Also it's kind of like a 3-part question. Like, what can we expect from this album? Who are some artists you like? How do you feel about the game?
Yeah. Okay, bet. Hey, look, man, let me tell you something. First and foremost, I got some treats for y'all, man.
Okay.
See, let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm like a chameleon. I can adapt. You know what I'm saying? I adapt to the times, and I can adapt to the I can spit over trap beats. Like, I'm about to bug folks out, bro.
Okay. All right.
This album, y'all gonna be like, yo, Smooth is on one. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I had enough time to really, really, like, get hungry again for it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. So of course, I love boom bap. That's my foundation, and I like to adapt. So you're gonna hear a little bit of everything on this album, man.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm bending so many barriers, man. put it this way, a few people, and it's a close-knit circle of people that have been hearing some of my stuff for the album, and I play stuff for people, and they go, all right, but who's that rhyming right now? And I'm like, that's me. And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And they'll say, who's that singing? I'm like, me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's that type of thing. It's that type of thing going down.
You're like,
but shout out to DJ Premier. Shout out to Mr. C. Shout out to the original Cutmaster Ecstasy. Shout out to Big I God. Shout out to my sister, Big Sandy. Man, listen. Shout out to my wife, Keisha B.
Nice.
My seed, Jenny Summers, King Malachi. Oh, which I got my seeds in the studio too. So that's gonna be something.
Okay.
That's gonna be something.
Lineage.
Yeah, the lineage, man. Oh boy.
Hey, so
I promise not to disappoint.
No doubt, man, no doubt. So the current single that's out now is called Before. There's a video for it as well on YouTube. You can catch it. But when are we looking at the album coming out? What's the date for that?
I say it's tentative right now. I don't have the exact date of when we actually gonna drop it. Y'all gonna be flooded by the summer, trust me. So it'll probably be ready for y'all like June. Y'all will start hearing the album in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, June 5. Yeah. We're gonna King Kong bomb y'all in the head, man.
No, that's what you got to do, man. You got to do it. The cool thing now is, with social media, you can basically, as an independent artist, you can basically, handle it all yourself. You don't have to go to different departments.
Dude, let me tell you something. Every album of the past, we would record, finish it, and it wouldn't get released to a year later. Every song, every Nice and Smooth song in the past that you heard, we had already finished it a year before.
Wow.
You gotta imagine, man. That used to be so frustrating, dude. And I used to be on Greg's head like, don't play it for nobody.
Right.
I was like, yo, I'm telling you, dude, we so different that people going, oh man, come on, man. And then, it used to be that type of stuff.
Hey, last thing before I let you go and we get into the new single, people are asking, I'm sure you've heard it as well, will there be another Greg Nice Smooth B record?
Man, you know what? I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I won't say it this time because I can't say it this time. The thing is, I'm a very focused type dude, man. Whatever I'm doing, I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I got a lot of work, man. I got a lot of smooth B to express. You know what I'm saying? And also with my seeds, I got some work on my plate, man. I got a lot on my plate. And my man is busy with his projects too. You know what I'm saying? So we just expanding a little bit. So as for another Nice Smooth, that would be kind of premature. I got to bomb y'all, man. Come on, man. I got to bomb y'all. Let y'all head, man.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna be Castradamus right now, and I'm gonna say by 2025 we get another Nice and Smooth record.
Hey, man. Hey, that's possible.
It's definitely possible. Hey, let people know where they can catch up with you online on social media.
Oh, yeah. Listen. Look, all signs lead to the legendary Smooth B. I'm the legendary Smooth B on IG, legendary Smooth B on Twitter, the legendary Smooth B on Instagram. Wait, I said that. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So, TheLegendary SMOOTHB. The legendary Smooth B.
There you go, man. Yeah. There you go. So I know that I got some exclusives waiting in my email to take care of for next week's show. But for right now, we're going to jump into Smooth B's current project. This one's called Before. I know you've heard it a couple times because I've been playing it for a couple weeks now. But I want to thank Smooth B for taking the time to call in and chat with us tonight.
Yeah.
And big up to iGod too. I know he's listening.
Yeah. Right on.
All right. So I'm gonna get with you guys real soon, man. But again, thanks, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
And thank you, Kazzeo.
You bet, man. You bet.
Big iGod sending my love to you and V-Dog and your co-host. Thank all y'all.
There you go. Hey, we'll talk to you guys soon. All right.
I got two more shout outs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go
Big
ahead.
Haja and Maito.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
That's what's
got
up.
you. All right. We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Peace, 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 peace.